guys, Knife Stoid here with daily flip tip number 107. This tip is to record more often. This probably applies a little bit more to the newer flippers. Obviously the veteran flippers always seem to have their camera on because they're always analyzing what they do. But some of the newer flippers are a little bit intimidated to hit the record button and post it on YouTube or wherever it might be to share with the other members within the community, because they might feel a little intimidated that maybe they're not quite as good as everyone else, or it just kind of feels awkward getting in front of a camera for the first time. This piece of advice is not necessarily just for online sharing or whatever, but recording in general completely changes your mentality when you flip. It gives you a little bit more pressure to perform. It gives your mindset a level of consciousness that you don't really have when you're not recording. I found that when I don't record, I will be making the same mistake over and over again. But what happens is I drop the knife and I just pick it up and I start flipping again. And then that mistake happens again. I drop it and I just pick it up and I do it again. And I don't realize how many times I've actually dropped the knife or made that same mistake over and over. When the record button goes on and I know that there's something that's permanently capturing all this imagery of me flipping, I start to realize every single time the knife drops or every single time the knife stalls, I'm like, oh, this is happening a lot. You start to pick up on patterns of things that you're doing wrong. So that's one thing that'll really help you. When you don't realize how much you drop the knife until the record button goes on. The second thing, of course, is when you go and you watch that footage, you're going to pick up on, okay, why is it that I'm dropping the knife? Where am I making the mistake? You'll actually be able to see, like if you throw an aerial and you keep on catching in this weird position, maybe it's not coming all the way around, you'll notice that, oh, my hand should have been opened a little bit sooner, or I should have waited a little bit longer, or this knife just had to have a little bit more speed, or maybe I should have had this upward motion. You'll pick up on all these little subtleties that you can't really do when you're flipping live, just because you're not in that mode of consciousness. So when the record button is flashing, your mentality will change. And then, of course, the other benefit is you are going to be you're going to get used to and get more confident flipping in front of a camera, which ultimately is what you're going to need to do if you ever decide to get into competition flipping and entering into battles. You're going to have to be comfortable filming. So the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to be. So always have that camera rolling. You don't have to keep the footage. You might toss it, just view it and toss it. That's fine. But have the camera rolling as much as you possibly can. It will change the way that you flip and perceive your own flipping. I hope that helps, and of course, thanks for watching.